The leader of the Palestinian National Initiative Party, Mustafa Barghouti, believes the Palestinian people have been subjected to persecution and deprivation for decades.
This is the West Bank where no rockets are shot at Israel, where people are only trying to protest and demonstrate. And as you can see, the Israeli army is using this terrible form of violence against the civilian population.
Well, they're firing the rockets, right, and then being responded to by Israel, by the IDF.
No, it started with Israel. When somebody takes your house and confiscates it and takes away your land and then beats you and then shoots you.
No, but in terms of the current violence...
Wait a minute. Let me answer. Don't interrupt me.
No, but in terms of the current violence, we can go back and... Absolutely, but we can go back in history.
If you are on the side of the Israelis, I don't need to talk to you. You have to give me the chance.
I'm giving the view of the IDF.
When you take away from people their right to live in their homes, when you occupy them for 54 years, and when you practice a system of apartheid against them, and when they try to defend themselves, you blame them for what's happening? No, you should blame the system of occupation. This is a war crime of persecution and apartheid practiced against the Palestinian people.
And what about the fact that missiles are being fired when people are hungry, they need medicines, money is being spent on that?
Gaza has been under siege for 16 years. Israel is depriving people from the possibility of having clean water. 94% of the water in Gaza is either polluted or salted because of Israel. People do not have enough medications because of Israel. Cancer patients cannot get out of Gaza to get treatment because of Israel. Israel is depriving us from the right of freedom of movement. Israel is depriving Gaza from the basic possibility of having normal infrastructure. The problem is occupation.
The violence right now, with so many Palestinians dying, Israelis as well. What can be done right now, Mustafa, to stop the violence and get back to living?
I think the way out of this is very simple. Israel must stop its occupation of another people. Israel must allow Palestinians finally to be free in their own independent state. There are only two possible options. One option is to allow Palestinians to have a state of their own without occupation, without oppression, without persecution. Or let's live together in one state, full democratic state with equal rights, where a Palestinian will be considered equal to any person else.